It's funny. Sometimes the biggest, most fascinating ideas are hiding in plain sight, inside the smallest, most ordinary things. And today, we're going to prove it. We're going to do this whole explainer by looking at just one single word.
So let me ask you something. How many words do you think you really need to speak a language? I mean, really get by? Thousands? Tens of thousands? I mean, the English language has, over 170,000 words in current use? But what if? What if you only needed a tiny fraction of that? Just keep that question in the back of your mind as we dive in.
Okay, so here it is, our subject for today. This one, simple, super common word, observation. Yeah, I know, it seems pretty straightforward, right? But trust me, we're about to find out there's a whole universe hiding inside of this thing. All right, first things first. We're going to put on our lab coats and do a little dissection. We're going to take this word and break it down to its core parts. And for that, we're using the Simple English Wiktionary as our guide. So at its very heart, observation is really just two pieces stuck together. You've got the action, observe, and then you tack on ation at the end. That little suffix is what turns the doing part into a thing, a noun. It's just a really elegant bit of word building when you think about it. And this is where it gets interesting. The word kinda splits into two different jobs. On one side, it's the act of observing, right? That general idea of watching something. You can't really count that. But on the other side, it becomes a concrete thing, something you can actually count and write down, like when a scientist says, I have 3 observations. This flexibility, that's a huge clue to just how powerful this word is. So while I was digging around the Wiktionary page for this, I found this little note. It was just kind of tucked away, almost like an afterthought, right next to the pronunciation. It says, observation is on the Basic English 850 list. And boom, that one little sentence, that is the key to this whole entire story. Which, of course, leads to the big question. What on earth is the Basic English 850 list? And why 850? Why such a specific number? This, right here, is where our simple little word study suddenly blows up into something way, way bigger. Just look at that. 850. Not 10,000, not even 1,000. Just 850. So what is that number all about? Well, that number, it represents an entire system. A really radical idea, actually, called Basic English. And its whole purpose was to boil down the entire English language to just its most essential parts. So get this, Basic English is a complete international language built from only 850 words. Just 850. And the goal wasn't to make English dumber or anything like that. No, the idea was to create this super efficient tool for clear communication all over the world. And our little word observation was considered so fundamental, so important, that it made the cut. So let's just stop and think about what that really means. In a system like this, every single word has to be a total workhorse. It's got to be a heavyweight, It needs to be flexible enough and powerful enough to do the job of dozens of other words. And a word like observation got picked because it's a cornerstone concept for science, for learning, for just being alive. And just like that, we've come full circle. We started with this one simple-looking word, and it ended up leading us down this rabbit hole to this huge, ambitious project to streamline the whole English language. So now we can go back and look at our word again, but with completely new eyes. So let's try to redefine it with everything we know now. An observation isn't just, something you see. It's way more than that. It's a foundational piece of how we understand the world. It's so vital, it was literally handpicked to be one of just 850 words for the entire planet to use. It just goes to show you, the most important ideas, they often have the simplest names. And that kind of leaves us with one last question, doesn't it? We've seen all this hidden power packed inside the word observation, and it makes you wonder, what other simple words are out there, quietly doing all the heavy lifting in our language every single day? So I'll leave you with this. What's the most powerful, simple word you can think of?